Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner. This man's a mixed martial artist making his MMA debut. He stands 6 feet, 2 inches tall, and weighs a ready 183.7 pounds. Representing Nighthawks, please welcome Zach Brewer. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a record of no wins and 1 loss. He stands 5 feet, 10 inches tall, and weighs a ready 185.9 pounds. From Intensity MMA, please welcome Hector Albañez. Your referee is Steve Quick.
For the folks at home, you know, when you see your training partners and friends fight, do you get that little rush too? Is your heart racing a little right now?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can't help but almost want to scream out calls and whatnot, but here we are, we're neutral parties. We're just here to watch some great fights. I expect this one to start off very quickly.
Armando Castro, your referee, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll be in your shoes in just a few fights with the teammates. Oh man, coming out strong is Zach.
Zach in on the single, Hector defending.
Great job lifting up on that overhook from Hector. But Zach, as his last name says, he is a brawler.
Zach definitely comes out firing every single round, so I didn't expect anything less than this. Ooh, high crotch, nice.
I'd like to see him switch to a double leg here because he is in deep. If he can get those arms locked, it is game over for the takedown.
You can tell Hector's really spent some time on his takedown defense.
Yeah, he's keen to it. He's using his overhooks and his underhooks good to create space, but Zach is absolutely relentless. I expect to see a shot here again soon. That one landed, though. Hector coming out with some heat.
Ooh, and they are scrapping right now. I want to see Zach get his hands up a little bit more. He's dropping them. Couple big shots landed by Hector. Zach in front headlock right now. Trying to get to his back. Nice. And he's got a wrist trap against the fence, so Hector can't use that hand. That's great mechanics.
That was beautiful positioning on the wrist ride, man. If you can keep it there, you can trap him there all day and just continue to land punches.
He switches to the double.
Beautiful
Nice.
double leg. And he actually ended it with a trip because his legs weren't quite locked. And that was great technique. He's almost to a half guard position here. Hector kind of using the frame. Oh, Zach landing in half guard, but choosing to take the back. Short time, 10 seconds left. One lesson to learn here for Zach is the importance of, speaking from experience, my first 3 fights I took the back and I rolled off the top. If you're a little bit too high, those hooks don't necessarily matter because you can get bucked off and end up on the bottom in either guard or side control. So actually what's pretty important is getting your double underhooks.
You can see right here, they're just throwing. You see Hector was backed against the cage. Watt lands a big left hand right there, a second one right away.
And that double leg trick, just beautiful. The way he cut the corner, guys, he used his head to help push him over. It's like your arms and your head are going 2 different directions, like scissors cutting to help get the takedown.
Now here's one thing I want to focus on. Zach went really hard that first round, all right? And sometimes, like we talked about earlier, that adrenaline dump comes, right? So Hector, on the other hand, defended with proper technique. So in turn, he looks very fresh over against the fence right now.
And, you know, a little mouse under the right eye of Zach, but doesn't seem to affect him much. The good part is these are only 2-minute rounds, so 6 minutes of high intensity is pretty normal when you're training with pros and high-level athletes like yourself.
Zach needs to get
They
his hands
are
up. They are
swinging.
just rating right now.
A shout out to Harvey. These fights are so well matched. Harvey is our matchmaker.
Ooh, big left hand. They're both just trading in the pocket. Zach in on the double. He needs to use the cage to rock his opponent back and finish the takedown.
I'd like to see him lock his hands too.
Nice
on that double.
takedown, and he needed that. Now right here, I'd switch to the power half. You can tell he wants to get his hooks in. He's getting the wrist trap on the far arm.
He's being smart at being patient on the hooks, because last time he was riding a little high and got bucked off. You could tell he's like, does not want that to happen again. A Kimura trap here, but Hector twisting out of it.
Oh no. Hector's landing big shots. He's looking to finish right now. Sandman in on the clinch. He eats a big knee.
Back to the cage. This is a rescue point for takedown specialists.
Oh,
Nice
and
single leg.
Zach finishes a clutch takedown.
Zach needs to land some damage here, because although he's had control, Hector is landing harder. You don't know what the judges are searching for. You know, there's 30 seconds left. With about 15 seconds left, I hope that Zach postures up and starts landing damage. That is the only way to secure the win in this round.
You can see he wants to, but he also spent a lot of energy these last 2 rounds. Hector on the other end trying to get back up.
For those watching at home, you hear that 10-second bell, that means go. And he started to throw a few more strikes, but not much bad can happen with 10 seconds. It's very rare. So in my head, that's when I'm trying to prove a point to the judges, because the judges tend to remember those last 30 seconds in a heightened manner. It's fresh in their minds while they're scoring.
Absolutely, and look at Hector's eyes.
He is hungry and ready. He didn't even want to stay on the stool.
And here we get a little bit of this replay, right? Like you were saying, a lot of damage landed by Hector in this round. Big left hand right there by Zach. And they are just trading.
Oh, the overhand right is finding a home almost every time for Hector.
If I'm Zach right now, I stay long for a second, punch, feint, and then in on the shot.
And for Hector, man, he's doing a great job at getting back up and keeping composed and really throwing down when he needs to.
Yeah, I mean, he's fought very, very well right now. I think this fight comes down to this 3rd round.
Yeah.
I think.
It's a close fight. They just gave the okay for a glove touch, so I believe we're going to see that sign of respect to end this last round. There it is. They went knuckles, though.
Zach immediately looking for that takedown. Zach, oh, Hector's got the guillotine right now.
It doesn't look too deep, though. Not much of a danger. He's just using it to try to get Zach off of him.
And Zach's got those long arms, too. He can get around a little bit easier.
His arms are locked. I almost thought that we were going down there.
Oh, he's grabbing the fence right now.
He let it go, though, pretty fast. He realized his mistakes there. Zach doing a good job.
Zach just needs to ride him right now. And Hector desperately needs to get up. Ooh, he might be switching the position right now.
Riding a little high. Hector looking to kind of pop out of the side and land in, we call it half mount or side control. Steps over to side, and here we go. This is trouble for Zach, because Hector's really good at keeping his weight heavy.
Oh, and
what
Zach
a sweep,
reverses
though.
it. This is a dogfight, ladies and gentlemen. They are just pushing it as hard as they've ever pushed it before. This is a crazy fight. Zach needs to stand back up. He's only got 45 seconds left, but Hector is looking to posture up and land. Hector
landing damage. There's 30 seconds left. This is what Hector needs to win the round. Zach's got to get a sweep here and finish this fight on top.
And Hector is landing big shots right now.
You know, something powerful for Hector is he's right in his corner. He hears his coaches, go, go, go. And it's really motivating to bring your opponent to your corner when all you can hear is your coaches.
Ooh, elbow to the body. Zach trying to get back up. Oh, incredible fight out of both these guys. Man, that was a close fight, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely the third round to Hector, but the first 2 rounds, I'm probably gonna give the second round to Hector as well. The first round, probably the Sandman. Ooh, a groin shot right there to start it off. And here you can see the ground and pound. And Hector was smart. He found something that was working and he just stuck with it.
You know, something common we've seen in these past 3 fights are that a lot of these amateurs that are winning have actually lost their first fight and they came back with a fire and a fury. So those of you watching at home, in the amateur stages, this is where you lose, you win, and you learn. You continue to learn at the highest level as these men have, and you know, just hats off to everybody who is not deterred by a loss and in fact built a fire in their spirit to come out here and fight much harder.
I mean, arguably the hardest sport on the planet. I'm obviously biased, but it tests your spirit so much. Winning is easy, ladies and gentlemen. It's the fear of loss that either breaks somebody or builds them up.
And, you know, I'm coming off of my UFC debut and I lost that fight, and I wasn't scared to scrap. I was more scared to lose. And then it's like, in the beginning, it does break you. You're like, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? You're questioning every move. And then 2 weeks go by and you're like, I'm ready to learn, be better, and I'm gonna come in there and kill someone.
And that's what separates you from the general population, because you're willing to take those risks, and nothing of substance, nothing great is ever achieved without the risk of failure, because everybody else would do it if that was the case.
And you know, like you said about sports, I think football is one of the hardest sports because of how much of a beating you take. However, you have a team. Although here in MMA, you have a team supporting you. You're alone in that cage. It's you and your opponent trying to kill yourself. There's nobody to throw the ball to or to rely on. It's all coming from within, which makes this, like you said, the most difficult sport in the world.
Bang, and you see him just trading right here. Just those gloves, the fact that neither one of them are dropping is impressive.
I mean,
those are big dudes that are cracking each other, so definitely they prove their grit out of both of them.
And a shout out to Epic, man, their entire staff. They're doing so awesome with these replays. I mean, we can see it big on the big screen. Thank you so much to our staff, ensuring the sound is on point, the cage is on point. What an incredibly and well put together show.
Yeah, I mean, going back to what you were saying, I was just thinking, like, it's like you're in a room full of people, but you're all alone.
Yeah.
You know, it really...
My first few fights, I couldn't even hear or see the crowd. I honestly blacked out. I'm learning to be more present now.
Here we go. It looks like we have the results.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what a fight. Give it up for both warriors. After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. Your first judge scores about 29-28, Brewer. Your next judge scores about 29-28, Albañez. And your third judge scores about 30-27 for your winner by split decision. Out of the red corner, Hector Albañez!
A really close fight, but I believe the judges did get it right on this one. However, the Sandman I believe that we can expect to see him back shortly, much stronger.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, it's hard to lose, but at the
Very.
same token, you get so much from it as long as you take a step back and you just embrace those weaknesses and you say, okay, I need to move forward, I need to improve in X, Y, and Z areas. And Zach had his moments.